Do personal habits change the way a leader's work is or should be viewed? We common people, or plebeians, often tend to think of our leaders as either distinctly good or bad. If we like the leader, everything they do is right. If not, they are wrong and possibly tyrannical. How much of this judgment is based on their character and personal affairs? How much of it should be? In all great empires, there are great leaders, viewed as good to their people and even on through posterity.
Marcus Aurelius is largely believed to be a good, even great emperor of Rome. He was born in 121 AD and adopted by Antonius Pius, the successor of Emperor Hadrian. This was a Roman custom to maintain emperors worthy and functional. Marcus Aurelius ruled from 161 to his death in 180 AD. He led military campaigns against Germanic tribes and expanded the eastern border of the Roman Empire, even quelling a revolt led by his general Avitus Cassius. He was the last of the 5 good emperors known for their paternal rule focused on benefiting the people of Rome. Additionally, he was and is viewed as a prominent philosopher, practicing and writing about Stoicism in his journal titled Meditations, written on one military campaign. Yet despite his accomplishments and care for the Roman people, Marcus was far from perfect. His personal life was troublesome, with an infidel wife, and often deferring to the more charismatic Lucius Versus, with whom he co-ruled from 161 to 169. To deal with these difficulties, there is a little-known theory that Marcus Aurelius was addicted to opium. Suspicion of Marcus's opium addiction originates primarily from the testimony of his physician Galen. Galen was the most prominent physician of the time, and his teachings were considered canon for over 1,000 years. Marcus took a daily dose of theriac, a homeopathic Roman medical concoction used as a preventative antidote for poison. One of the main ingredients of theriac was opium. An already sickly man, it is thought that Marcus came to rely on opium to accomplish day-to-day tasks, to the point that he was pretty much unable to fall asleep without it.
Galen wrote that without opium he was unable to sleep at night, so he was obliged to have recourse again to the compound which contained poppy juice, since this was now habitual with him.
Galen thought that Marcus was experiencing this because he had an excess of dry humors, but modern experts would agree that not being able to sleep without the drug is indicative of addiction. One of Marcus's buddies also observed, during a harsh winter military campaign, that he was constantly taking the theriac, not because he was afraid of being poisoned, but in order to ease his stomach and chest. They say that this habit made it impossible for him to endure this and other things.
Marcus is not alone in his supposed vices. Plenty of our own great presidents have certainly behaved in immoral ways. There have been gluttonous overeaters and pill poppers. Recently, the most notorious is Bill Clinton's affair with his intern. Despite this and other scandals, during his presidency, the U.S. had the lowest unemployment and inflation rates in recent history, high home ownership, low crime rates, and a budget surplus. This points to Clinton being a successful executive leader, despite having ugly personal habits.
One main point of the Stoicism of which Marcus Aurelius was so fond is this: people are unhappy because they wrongly assign value to things that are valuable or not valuable, or worth worrying about. So, is any concern with the personal lives of our politicians our own misaligned values? Or do such concerns truly matter?